It started with a small group of builders and die-hard fans. Now, it fills arenas around the world. In its 20th year, BattleBots is the undeniable, irrefutable, undisputed king of robot combat.
It's been 20 years.
Lockjaw gets it done!
I'm coming back for the nut.
Some of the most brilliant minds on Earth. Their robots more powerful than ever before. With weapons that dish out destruction like you've never seen.
And that's what you call a KO!
Now, the largest, hungriest, and deadliest heavyweight field ever assembled has come to fight. To find the one that stands above the rest to take their place in robot fighting history. You like that? This is BattleBots Fight Night.
Hey everyone, and welcome to a brand new season of BattleBots. It is back, it is bigger, it is badder than ever. I'm Chris Rose, here with our fight analyst, UFC star, and my BFF, at least in the TV world, Mr. Kenny Florian.
Thank you very much, Chris. I'm looking forward to getting those matching tattoos, by the way.
That's good, because I got a Groupon 2-for-1 deal. We'll get that done right after the show. All right, Kenny, this season we'll see a ton of returning favorites, plus an array of new competitors looking to make their name inside the battle box. And they're all about to face the toughest test of their robot fighting lives. This is the largest field in the history of BattleBots. We got 67 robots representing 9 different countries.
These are by far the most destructive bots we've ever seen. Sparks will fly, batteries will fly, scrap metal will fly, everything is going to fly, and many, many bots will die.
I like it. You're busting out rhymes already. All right, just like last season, each robot will fight a series of critical head-to-head matchups in the hopes of proving to the selection committee that they deserve an invitation to the 2019 BattleBots World Championship. In the end, only one will take home the title and win possibly the coolest trophy on the entire planet, the coveted Giant Nuts! All right, Kenny, let's get to tonight's epic fight card. Let's take a look at our main event. A battle for the ages with he who shall not be named, Ray Billings and Tombstone versus Donald Hudson and the always lethal Lockjaw.
Both bots made the top 16 last season. Both Ray and Donald are deadly. This is the kind of fight you usually wouldn't see until the finals.
And that's not the only all-star matchup tonight. Will Bales and Hypershock will battle it out with Leanne Cushing and Valkyrie.
Valkyrie had an amazing rookie season, and Captain Leanne Cushing is one of the best builders and engineers in this sport.
Last year, she cut her teeth, and now, dare I say, they're pretty darn sharp. But she faces a motivated Will Bales after Hypershock's disappointing performance last season. Also, in our midway major, it's a tussle down under. Australia's Death Roll taking on New Zealand's Endgame. 2 countries that are huge rivals, so these teams are looking to one-up each other and start the season off right.
If you thought their rugby rivalry was bad, just wait until you see them inside the battle box.
And just look at the killer matchup kicking off the evening. 2 bots from last year's top 16 looking to start the year off with a bang. It's Jamison Go and Sawblaze versus Victor Soto and Rotator.
Both of these builders have made big upgrades this year, so this fight could be won and lost in the pits.
Speaking of which, we've got a ringer in the pits ourselves. That would be the newest member of our broadcast team, Jenny Taft.
Thanks, Chris. Well, Jamison Go is back this season with Sawblaze, but it's not with that familiar dustpan setup that we're used to seeing. He ended up going with a heavier wedge at the front of the robot. Really, that's all about defense against those horizontal spinners. What exactly will be spinning his way? That's where Rotator comes into the mix. And this robot is much more powerful than it was in the past. Victor Soto told me the first time they tested this bot, something happened. The first hit, it broke the frame. It broke the disc spinner. So in the last 48 hours, they have repaired the frame, but they weren't able to fix the discs in time for this fight. However, the mad scientist of BattleBots already has a plan to use one of the new configurations he brought this year, and he's confident that should be enough to handle Sawblaze. Let's see if he can get it done.
All right, Jenny, it is great to have you along. Kenny, I can't wait any longer. Farouk, say those words we've all been waiting to hear.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the red square, it's got a saw and a flame that burns kinda greeny. It'll roast your buns like a cocktail weenie. Relish in the glory of Sawblaze!
What is the strategy for Jameson going Sawblaze?
Well, he's got that diamond-tip saw back from last year. He wants to shove Rotator into the side of the box and let that saw go to work.
In the blue square, this bot's favorite movie is Blade Runner because it has spinning blades that gore and loves Harrison Ford. It's gonna bring the pain like tears in the rain. Wake up! It's time for Rotator!
Kenny, is my math right? Do I only see one blade on Rotator?
That's right. After the discs broke, this is Victor's new configuration for Rotator. 1 blade and 4 forks, but he thinks it can still do maximum damage.
We're going to come out with a new configuration where we have these forks or scrapers that will hopefully get underneath Sawblaze's plow. And with that, we should be able to take control of the robot, whose main strength is to take control, and hit him with our top blade. Last year, we took on Scorpios, and we cut the tail off of that scorpion. This year, we want to behead the dragon and just go ahead and do the same thing.
What we want to try and do is slow down both of their blades so we can get a good pin on them and start cutting through anything we can. This here is one out of many horizontal energy dampers. It's 3/4 thick SBR rubber, abrasion-resistant rubber, so their blades are going to hit this, and they're not going to be able to tear through it because it's rubber and flexible. It'll just flap against the blades.
Robots activate.
Here we go, Kenny. Woo. Cheers to the 2019 season, my friend. Yeah. Nothing like Martin Green Flame, Kenny.
Let's ready.
I guess it's go time.
Ready.
Let's do it. Hell yeah! Oh! I've been waiting all off-season to say these words, my man Kenny Florian. Let the mock battle begin, and Sawblaze jumping the gun, getting going.
That is some serious speed there from Jameson Go and Sawblaze.
Oh, Rotator right up on the screws and using that green flame right in front of the judges, Kenny.
That's exactly what he wanted to do here. Now the saw is getting right into Rotator.
Oh, look at that saw. The pretty sparks.
Jameson Go putting that saw to work early, doing a ton of damage. That's definitely some damage there with that saw.
And he's back for more. Rotator just cannot get away from Sawblaze. He gets thrown into the rails. Rotator gets flipped over, so now their blade is on the bottom, Kenny.
Sawblaze just so powerful, but that's the beautiful thing about Rotator.
Rotator running back to his corner, trying to regroup.
Oh, Rotator got under Sawblaze.
Oh, but Jameson Go gives Rotator the Olay.
But man, Rotator, 0 offensive points at this point. Sawblaze just jamming him up, not letting him get anything going here. Oh, still plenty of time though, Chris.
Almost halfway through this 3-minute fight. Another big pop on the grill of Rotator.
Rotator trying to get away from Sawblaze, trying to get that vertical blade going. Oh, Sawblaze having none of it. Oh!
And how about that, right in front of Victor Soto? There's nothing he can do to stop the pain being thrust on his little boy. There's more green flame. Victor Soto saying, stop, stop.
The carnage continues for Sawblaze. Rotator taking a beating here. Sawblaze just right on top of Rotator.
Now under a minute to go. Well, you'll have to watch out for the kill saws to pop out of that floor.
That scoop-style wedge there, just welcoming in Rotator time and time again.
Sawblaze trying to throw Rotator back into his groove. Now he's got him in the corner.
Pound him, pound him.
And there goes the pulverizer. Happened once, twice, and twice, and 4 times.
It is taking a beating, Chris. Look at that.
Give him a stuffed animal. Anything he wants off the top shelf is yours.
Jameson Go still chasing down Rotator. He doesn't want to let it go to the judges.
Oh, Lord have mercy, Kenny. Rotator's a dying duck. 10 seconds to go as this one will go the distance. But Rotator up on the screws, taking more significant damage. What a performance. Sawblaze, take a bow.
We're done, guys, we're done. GG!
So this one will go to the judges. All former BattleBots competitors, Derek Young, Lisa Winner, Jason Bardis, scoring on a 7-point scale this season. 3 points can be awarded for damage, 2 for aggression, and 2 for control. Kenny, Sawblaze just got in Rotator's grill from the onset and started using that weapon to perfection.
Jameson's diamond tip saw does it again, but it was the control, the aggression from Sawblaze that really got it done in my eyes. Sawblaze just all over Rotator, bringing him wherever he wanted in the battle box.
There are some bots that are able to use the box to its advantage. I would say Jameson Go and Sawblaze did it perfectly.
That's the experience of that team and the power of Sawblaze.
And Rotator ends the fight spinning on the screws, not the impression to leave for the judges.
The results from the judges are in. And the winner by unanimous decision is Sawblaze!
I'm here with your winner, Jameson Go and Team Sawblaze. It seemed like you were a little nervous when Farouk was about to read the judge's decision. Were you unsure what happened there?
Well, you never know. Until they call it, you never know who's going to win. So always be a little nervous.
It seemed pretty dominant in my eyes. Were you able to do everything you wanted to do out there?
I think, yeah, the attachments, the changes that we made worked out and proved to be effective. So really happy with the performance of the robot.
You know, in talking to all the bot builders, you're one of the more intense out of everybody. You're in it to win it this year?
We're in to win it. Slash and burn!
Congrats, man. Nice job.
Kenny, you almost got Jameson Go to smile. It almost worked. Listen, Jameson, I get it. You got your game face on. It's a battle out there. That is an impressive bot.
He's picking up right where he left off last year, starting the year 1-0, and it's clear he's still one of the bots to beat.
If you're Victor Soto and Rotator, I get it. It's a loss, but you went the distance against a bot that could be considered a top 5 or 10 at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, listen, his bot was working the whole time. It was durable. It went the full 3 minutes. So, yeah, he's 0-1 to start the year, but a loss like this isn't too bad if he can bounce back from here.
All right, coming up, Kenny, it's a classic Revolutionary War redo as Cobalt and Subzero duke it out. And don't forget, all roads lead towards tonight's main event. The world's most destructive robot faces off with the sport's most decorated builder. It's Tombstone versus Lockjaw on BattleBots Fight Night. All right, we are back on BattleBots, and Kenny, you ever had that situation where you haven't seen a friend for a few years and you're like, what have you done different? Something with your hair, or you lost a little weight? Well, that's the situation we're facing with Cobalt. They competed here 2 seasons ago, but took an early exit. They've completely redesigned the bot, and by all accounts, this thing is nasty. Captain Dave Molds has already won a championship in both China and the UK this year, and now they're here to add a giant nut to their mantle. Step 1 is facing off against Jerry Kraken and Subzero, and we know Subzero very well. He went 1-3 last year with losses to Huge and Minotaur, and despite that record, he's known for taking huge damage, but still lasting the full 3 minutes.
That's right. Looking at the tail of tape, you got a big spinner versus a crafty flipper. Cobalt already has a reputation for devastating knockouts across the globe, but Subzero is heavily armored and rarely gets knocked out. This one is going to be all about 2 compact bots fighting for low ground. Hopefully Subzero can win that battle. If not, Jerry Kraken says he might hang up his controller and retire.
Why did he say this might be his last hurrah?
Well, his wife kind of wants some time with him too. So he spends all the time with a robot, spend it with some humans, Jerry.
Mama always wins. Let's see who wins this one. Farouk, take it away.
In the red square, this bot is made of 1 compound, fractures. Trust me, you are out of your element. It's gonna give you the bluesies from the bruisies. Here's Cobalt.
Kenny, Cobalt is so sleek, so well designed. What's it bringing to the table?
It's got that gnarly 50-pound vertical spinner, and I can assure you, everyone in the pits is watching this one closely to see if it lives up to its reputation.
In the blue square, this bot can be found in the freezer section, which is perfect, since once you lose, all you'll want to do is eat ice cream in your pajamas and watch The Notebook. What? I know what it feels like to have heartbreak. Farouk is sensitive. It's Subzero!
All right, Kenny, we've seen Jerry Kraken and Subzero take on so much damage over the years. How does he alleviate that?
Well, it's always easier said than done, but he has to avoid the front of Cobalt. Even if that spinner is half as powerful as they claim, it could rip Subzero's flipper up, and then there's no hope to win the ground game.
I do think we can win this fight against Cobalt. Our driver is just going to try to outdrive him. The new Subzero is actually very maneuverable. It's very fast. It can turn fast. It's not like last year at all. It's going to surprise people.
So our strategy against Subzero is kind of just be kind of hold backish, really, and see what they do first.
The key is to get in the first hit on the front, because once we damage the front edge, then we should be able to keep bashing it.
It's weird to come here and kind of be an underdog, but still have a good reputation, so we'll see what happens.
Robots activate.
Here we go, Kenny. Cobalt is finally back in the battle box. I can't wait to see this bot in action.
Chris, they've got a lot of hype to live up to, which means that all the pressure is off of Subzero. All eyes are on Cobalt right now, and it's their time to put up or shut up.
Bots just feeling each other out. Oh, Cobalt draws first blood. Oh!
Already winning the ground game.
He's already taken a tire off, Kenny.
Cobalt, so low to the ground, is getting underneath Subzero with ease. Oh! Sending parts all over the battle box.
Clean up aisle 6. We got problems already for Subzero. Look at the power of that weapon. Is he going to get Subzero out of the arena?
Well, he said he was going to hang back and feel it out. He's not doing anything but feeling out Subzero.
Oh! Did you see the damage to the underbelly of Subzero, which now it's static?
I'm going to count you down.
It's got to show some sort of movement or it'll start to be counted out.
We're done. We're done.
Cobalt is dancing in the battle box. He is celebrating already. My goodness.
Here comes the countdown.
7, 6, 5,
What a devastating bot.
3, 2, 1. That's a knockout.
What an impressive first fight in 2019 for Team Cobalt. So much for that hanging back thing by Cobalt.
Yeah, that was quite a coming out party for Dave Molds and Cobalt. They won the ground game almost immediately, hitting Subzero head on, and then he just went to work.
Kenny, Cobalt looked like a predator out there, just picking his opponent apart.
Absolutely, that weapon is so much more dangerous than it looks. It tore through all of Subzero's armor and threw him in the air with ease. That was all Cobalt all the time.
I'm here with Dave Molds of Team Cobalt, and now initially you said you were going to hang back and kind of see what happens. You went right out of the gate and started destroying things.
No, that was us hanging back. So at the start, we were kind of, we held back to let them come to us. And then it kind of went from there, really. So, yeah, we're happy with that. That went really well.
Listen, I know you've been winning a lot of championships in China and the UK. Is this the one you really want, though?
Yeah, it'd be great to take a giant nut home. And it's nice to see that we finally arrived. So, yeah.
Absolutely, man. A very impressive performance. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Kenny, I love it when bots that you don't know what's going to happen with them does something like that. That was crazy.
Yeah, listen, he was very soft-spoken, but his robot did all the talking. Man, that is a robot to watch. That's one of my favorites right now.
And what do you think they're saying back in the pits about Cobalt?
Hopefully we don't get to fight them.
And what do you think Jerry Clarkin's wife is saying right now about Subzero?
She's probably going to see her husband more often.
And maybe sooner than she expected as well. It's early season. We love Jerry Clarkin. I'm sure he'll rebuild back in the pits, and we'll see him again later on in this season. All right, coming up, two bots that rose from the water to take shots at each other on land. It's an amphibious attack as Kraken takes on Ribbot. And after that, get ready for Endgame versus Death Roll. Two of the biggest vertical spinners in the competition will go toe-to-toe to decide down-under dominance. That's all next on BattleBots Fight Night. Welcome back to BattleBots. All right, Kenny, I cannot wait to check out this next fight. We've got Ribbot, and these are 9 kids that go to WPI. You're from Massachusetts. How do you say that?
Worcester Polytechnic Institute.
They actually stopped going to school for an entire semester just to work on this bot. They're led by their team captain, David Jin. Let's start with this. It's a freaking frog. It looks awesome.
And it's a modular bot as well. It actually came with a bunch of different configurations and weapons that it has at its disposal. But you get the sense that these kids are feeling a little bit of pressure. They took all this time away from school. That is not cheap. And they're designing a bot for BattleBots. What could go wrong?
Well, we'll find out tonight against Kraken.
Yes.
Now, last season, Matt Spurk, he said, my whole goal was just to win a fight. Matt, congratulations. That's exactly what you did. You won one fight. But he walked into our production meeting, and he had so much more confidence, and here's why. He said the teeth on that bot did this during testing. Peekaboo! Obviously, it could be lethal out there. That bite has got 40,000 pounds of pressure.
Unbelievable.
Let's see if he does this to Ribbot. Farouk, take it away.
In the red square, it's the Scourge of the Seven Seas, and it's coming for your booty. Better cover your buccaneers, because the show you're about to see is rated R. Let's get crack-a-lockin'. Release the Kraken.
Kenny, I love this. Matt Spurk has his whole family with him behind Kraken. His wife, Sarah, operates the weapons, and his son, Caden, is driving their mini-bot.
A true family affair here. If they go down, they all go down.
In the blue square, it's not easy being green, even when you're a killing machine. This bot will make you croak. Ribbot!
All right, dude, this thing looks awesome.
Yeah, David Jin and these college kids really showed up for their first heavyweight fight, but those arms and legs look like they could be a tasty treat for Kraken.
Really nervous going up against Kraken. We have no idea if any of our stuff is going to work. We definitely wanted to run a spinner against him so he couldn't get a good hold on us. And between the two spinners, we trust our big vertical more than our undercutter.
So our strategy for Ribbot and everybody else is get on him quick, bite him, and then Ribbot's flammable. So we're just gonna light him on fire. Yeah, hope you guys are hungry. We're gonna be roasted frog legs for dinner tonight.
Robots activate.
Kenny, there's so much going on with Kraken. You got the teeth, you got a blinking eye.
And you got the flame, which you heard Matt say is key, but keep an eye on Ribbot's vertical spinner. Paul Ventimiglia is also a WPI alum, and if they've learned anything from Bite Force, that thing will have some power behind it.
On the attack. Ribbot getting right in there. Oh, he's already gotten chopped.
Kraken biting down on Ribbot, taking it for a ride around the battle box. I don't think they appreciate that.
Now you can only hold your opponent for limited time, then you must release. So it's like catch and release, even though it's a frog, not a fish.
Yeah, Kraken playing taxi right now.
Hammer, hammer, hammer. Oh no, the pulverizer's gonna get Ribbot, but just got its foot right there.
Oh, huge hit there by Ribbot. It bent the tooth of Kraken. He's gonna have to go to the dentist for that one. There's another big hit.
Venting.
Good? Are you good? Are you healthy?
You're good.
That tooth is already rushed forward on Kraken. Let's see how that affects its chomping ability. Oh, nice little tango there.
And right now, Ribbot, I think, suffering from a little bit of traction issues.
Wait. We got him.
Oh, they've locked horns.
Oh! That wasn't just the foam. Kraken just went all the way through Ribbot, through the primary weapon. Those teeth have got a serious hold, and now Kraken is taking it for a ride around the box again.
Once again, that's 40,000 pounds of pressure that went right through, obviously, the foam, but the rest of the bot as well.
I'm not sure they're going to be functional when they separate. I'll tell you that.
Oh! He's putting him on the screws and trying to take that frog on out of here.
Oh, there's an odd part.
Can somebody get the world's largest toothpick? Kraken's got some food stuck in its grill.
Oh, man, that is nasty. Oh, not the head. Not the head. Oh, the back, really?
You gotta release. Let's go. Let us go. What?
Oh, come on. Okay, Ribbot is finally free of Kraken. They need to start scoring some points, Kenny. Show him the angry frog.
They need to get that spinner to the sides of Kraken, but so far unsuccessful.
Oh,
Kraken. Oh, again biting down. Well, that foam's gone on the left side.
That's going to be one hideous toad. Oh, no. Back to the screws. And it looks like the tires are getting hit as well by the screws.
Oh.
Our wheel's fine. Don't worry about it.
40 seconds left. Can this frog survive?
Anyone like their frog diced and chopped? I mean, this is brutal. Look at this.
Oh, he's trying to work his way on over to the pulverizer right in front of us. Hammer trying to smash that toad. Can he do it? Can he do it? Oh, there it is. No.
Kraken put it on a great show for the judges. As we wind down, not a whole lot of time left.
I'm no left side drive.
Kraken has finally released Ribbot. Can Ribbot at least muster some bit of an attack?
Amazing aggression and control from Kraken here.
5 5 seconds to go. What a way to end it with one more shot from the pulverizer as he likes his toad tenderize. Oh no! Now we've got Toasted Frog in the box. So now this one goes to the judges. Jenny, Ribbot just couldn't get away from Kraken in this one.
Yeah, Kraken definitely won the control battle in my eyes. It was aggressive, it was precise, it was utilizing the battle box, and Ribbot could not get anything going. It just never gave Ribbot an inch for all 3 minutes, and that big bite, man, that is what 40,000 pounds of pressure looks like.
But remember, Kenny, that foam is cosmetic, so tearing it up isn't really doing much significant damage. These judges are former builders. They know that. They might see Ribbot's weapon still spinning at the end of the fight after kicking Kraken in the teeth for 3 minutes, and that's the last thing they saw before they filled out their scorecard.
Rule number 1 in BattleBots, you never know what could happen when it goes to the judges.
All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this with a decision from the judges on BattleBots Fight Night. We are back, and Farouk is about to announce the winner of Kraken and Ribbot.
The results from the judges are in. And the winner by unanimous decision is Kraken!
All right, I am here with your winner, Matt, Sarah. Unbelievable job. You guys showed amazing aggression, amazing control. Was this a pretty perfect fight in your eyes?
This was a great fight. I mean, Ribbot was a fantastic machine. They're a new team, new robot, and they came out and kicked some butt. I mean, our teeth are jacked. We got a couple nights of hard work to re-straighten those teeth. And that was a great match. We had a lot of fun with it.
Matt, Sarah, congratulations. Amazing fight.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man.
Anybody? Here you go.
That looks delicious.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kudos to Kraken, huh? Talked a big game and delivered.
Unbelievable. Again, just start to finish, extremely dominant, and I'm looking forward to its next fight.
Okay, in the meantime, Ribbot, once again, let's keep in mind, they're college kids. They took the entire semester off, and now they've got to go a different direction. What do they do?
Listen, right now, they're learning a very hard lesson in BattleBots. After a loss, you have to pick up the pieces, go back to the pits, and try to rebuild.
Are you saying it's not easy being green? Best of luck to Ribbot. I can't wait to see what those kids have in store for their next fight. Jenny, how are the other newcomers doing down in the pits?
Well, Chris, we've got more rookies than ever this year, and they've got all sorts of new weapons to try to keep up with these veterans. Some builders have weapons too dangerous to test at home, like Dustin Eswine, a Navy diver whose robot, Deep 6, features the heaviest blade in the entire competition. A 100-pound AR-500 steel spinning bar that he's never turned up to full strength. Dustin, let's talk about what we saw in testing today. Your robot, Deep 6, it looks incredible, but what happened in testing? Where are we at?
So honestly, the test was good because we learned a lot. It was bad because we broke a lot.
Earlier, I was outside at the test box where every bot must pass safety and performance tests before they're cleared for battle.
What we're doing here is the first weapon spin-up test of Deep 6, basically making sure all the electronics work properly. It's actually going to be the first time we're doing a full-speed spin-up. We've had it to about maybe 10% in the past, but it's going to be pretty scary. Get it up, see how it handles. Should be pretty interesting regardless of what happens.
All right. What time
The 4-foot steel weapon spins at 206 miles per hour. And as Dustin attempts to turn the bot, the gyroscopic force created by the spin lifts the robot off the floor. The weapon hits the floor here, igniting sparks and sending the robot backwards. The blade digs into the box floor, and the impact rips open the top armor and sends the bot into the air. As it crashes into the box wall, all of the bot's contents are ejected and strewn across the box. And the bot went from stable to dead in less than 3 seconds. Now I understand why it was never tested at full strength before. It ripped a hole in the test box floor and actually chipped the bulletproof wall. Scary reminders of how deadly these machines can be. Okay, Dustin, you had the time to test. Tell me more.
We are actually really happy how the tip dealt with the damage. It's barely damaged at all, and it probably went maybe 6 inches into the floor on the arena.
That's crazy that's all you're seeing.
It's definitely one of the most powerful weapons in the competition. So we're really happy with the durability. The held up awesome, and it has plenty of power.
Yeah, it's really only right there.
Yeah, for a 100-pound weapon to spin up in 5 seconds or less, pretty happy with that.
That's a good sign. If Dustin can fix that killer weapon, it could be a dangerous bot this year, but like a lot of builders, there's still a lot more work to do before he's ready for the bright lights of the BattleBots.
Thanks, Jenny. I can't wait to see that thing in action. All right, coming up, Endgame versus Death Roll. Both teams are getting ready for battle in the pits as we speak, so don't go anywhere. That's next on BattleBots Fight Night. All right, up next, it's Australia versus New Zealand. What the heck are you doing?
What do you mean? What's sunglasses? What do you...
I get it, because Jack Barker and Endgame are back. Take those off. You look ridiculous. You're in your 40s. He was in his 20s, and that's the way he entered the Battle Box a season ago. Came in wearing the shades. He looked cool. He looked the part, and the bot played the part as well. Jack Barker brought this unknown bot over from New Zealand and delivered some massive knockouts before just missing the top 16. And he's taking on a team from Australia. Death Roll is back after taking last season off. Stephen Martin said, listen, we would love to crack the top 16. The reality is we have to have a more impressive showing than we did a few years ago.
Looking at the matchup, these are two very similar bots. Death Roll's weapon is a little bigger, Endgame spins a little faster. It's gonna come down to 2 things, driving and whoever gets the first hit. These 2 weapons are extremely powerful. This is an intense rivalry. I'd be surprised to see this one go the full 3 minutes.
Let me take one more look at that with the shades on.
Yeah, just I thought I looked good.
Yeah, let's,
my future's bright.
Don't ever do that again.
Oh, come on.
Let's take you inside the box. And Farouk.
I look good.
No, you don't.
In the red square, these young guns from New Zealand will leave you squealing. Big time pain is what you'll be feeling. Hope you brought your extra lives because you're about to meet Endgame.
Jenny, those sunglasses are back, but what's new with Endgame?
It has a self-righting mechanism now. They got caught on their back a few times last year, so that's gonna be huge.
In the blue square, this bot hails from a city named Toowoomba. But don't get it confused, this thing ain't a Roomba. But losing to it does suck. It's Death Roll!
And there's that croc. These guys have a long history battling the team from New Zealand. And Stephen Martin says his buddy Glenn, there in the middle, knows exactly how to upend Endgame.
Being 2 big verticals, it's going to be whoever hits first. So it's all about the wedges on the front. This time I've given the controls over to Glenn. He knows how they drive, and he has a better strategy with the vertical spinners and a lot more experience. So hopefully the best driver in Australia can get us through.
They've got a big weapon sticking out the front like we do, so we're going to try to avoid that as much as we can.
It'll come down to who can
land
do the driving.
First. Yeah.
Get into the side of each other, yeah. The national pride is on the line. New Zealand won't accept us back if we lose.
Robots activate.
It's the Aussies versus the Kiwis. Kenny, we're about to see the real thunder down under. Let the bot battle begin! Oh, what a huge hit by Endgame! Death Roll is getting rolled all over the place! It's getting spastic, Kenny!
It's completely out of control right now. Oh, it is destroying itself right now.
It does self-right, though, right in front of the screws. Here comes Endgame to take another chop out of that croc. Oh! He's trying to get it up on the screws. We have our sparks.
Oh, Endgame just all over Death Roll. Oh, weapon-to-weapon hit. It just took down an arena light.
We're going to charge you for that. We're on a strict budget this season.
Oh!
Endgame, ferocious.
There are glass pieces all over the BattleBot.
Oh, but look out. That croc is on the attack now. Oh, another huge hit. Death Roll just got rolled over, but his Endgame. They told us they could self-right.
Come on, turn over. You gotta show me some kind of movement, guys.
What a reversal of fortune.
It was a shot from Death Roll. When you have such high kinetic weapons like that, you do damage to yourself, and Endgame is possibly paying the price right now.
We got nothing.
They're having trouble. Let's see if the countdown is about to start.
10, 9,
Come on. They're trying to give Jack Barker and Endgame a chance.
5, 4,
But they're being counted down.
2, 1. That's a knockout.
Oh my goodness. A shocking turn of events as it is game over for Endgame. How about right out of the gate, the shot delivered by Endgame?
Well, we knew Endgame had a lot of power. It sent Death Roll across the box, just a massive hit, and that wasn't the only one either. It was Endgame all over Death Roll, but really what it came down to was the durability of the Australian bot.
And the fact that it kept self-righting. You have to play offense and defense.
Yeah, that's right, and Endgame came into the fight with that new self-righter. Unfortunately, it didn't work after so many collisions.
Endgame tried its best to get back over, but in the end, those shades looked like they got bought at a cheap gas station.
Well, obviously a huge rivalry between New Zealand and Australia. Were you feeling any pressure heading into this fight?
Oh, absolutely. They're both really strong bots. It was always going to come down to the first hit, and we didn't get that. But we have the advantage of our bot can take lots of hits, and you saw it just keep going and keep going. We can keep this one going for the whole competition.
It was an amazing fight, man. 2 years ago, it didn't go so well for you. You said it was all about redemption this year. Do you feel like you got it?
I think so. I think we've shown off what our bot can do and done a great job.
You got the win, you got the finish, man. Congratulations, well done.
Kenny, Jack Barker may need those to hide his tears.
I'm going to put these away now.
Yeah, you might. But listen, he dominated 90% of the fight except for one hit, ends up on his head and can't self-right.
Definitely not the way they wanted to start the year, but both these teams still have 3 more very important fights left. Endgame can still make it to the top 16, and Death Roll has to continue to prove that they are a legit contender here.
All right, coming up, Will Bales looks to start his year of redemption, while Leanne Cushing tries to build off of last year's success. It's Hypershock versus Valkyrie. And we're getting closer to our main event. Two of the undisputed combat robotics elites are going toe-to-toe inside the box. Tombstone versus Lockjaw on BattleBots Fight Night. Welcome back to BattleBots. All right, Kenny, we've got two of our favorites, Hypershock and Valkyrie. And when you talk about Will Bales, he's all over the place in a good way. And I know I wrote down the quote here somewhere. Oh, yeah, he said about this year, we have to suck less. How does he do that in 2019 after a disappointing 2018?
Interesting strategy. Well, listen, I don't think he was so prepared last season.
He got his guts ripped out in the first fight by Fight Force, didn't make the top 16, and his only win was against a cheeseburger. But Will Bales is a great builder, a great driver, and win or lose, it's always spectacular. I can't wait to see what he's got in store for us this year.
All right, Valkyrie and Leanne Cushing, a bit of a surprise in 2018, and she made no bones about it. She says, listen, I am one of the few female captains in the BattleBots 2019 World Tournament. So it's my job to get young girls engaged in robotics and engineering as well. And she says, listen, I've got a bot that's not only going to compete, but can win the entire thing.
Yeah, that's right. Listen, I think she has a healthy chip on her shoulder. She is cautiously confident. She started off last year slow, but came on strong at the end, just missing the top 16. I gotta say, this is one of the bots I think that are gonna make the top 16 for sure.
Hey, I have a note from one of our producers for the two of us. We have to suck less.
Got it.
We'll see if we come through. Let's take you inside the box with Farouk.
In the red square, call in the exorcist, because this bot is a speed demon. It'll drive circles around you and make your head spin until you puke. The power of hype compels you. The power of hype compels you. It's Hypershock.
Ah, the infamous Will Bales and Hypershock. Kenny, what's new with the bot this year?
On the outside, the only major change is that new single disc spinner. Internally, though, Will says that everything is upgraded to solve all the reliability issues he faced last year.
In the blue square, now performing at Carnegie Hall, this bot will move you to tears with its killer sweet symphony. You're about to get Johann Sebastian clocked. Sing it with me. Dun, 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 dun. It's Valkyrie!
Valkyrie has a few weapon choices for every fight. Which one do they have here?
She's going with Sweet Caroline, a 66-pound bow tie blade that takes 9 seconds to spin up.
I'm going to make you wear that during the finale, that little bow tie.
The strategy against Valkyrie is just to stay on her. Their spin-up time is so long that if they have any time to get away and start spinning up, then we'll have a problem. I don't think we'll let them have that opportunity. We want to come in and do well, perform, put on a good show, show that we belong in the top 16.
I think that for us to be able to get this win, it's really going to be figuring out how to maneuver around Will and also just like pray his weapon doesn't work. If he can get things working, like we know the hardness of his blade is definitely going to tear through our tank steel, but if Will's like last year, then maybe we don't have too much we have to worry about.
Robots activate.
All right, Kenny, is this where Will Bales' comeback starts?
Well, here's the thing about Hypershock. We're gonna know very quickly, but either way, he's gonna have trouble keeping his tires away from Valkyrie. That's bad news, even if his bot is functioning properly.
Let the bot battle begin, and here comes Bolt!
That was a perfect box rush, Chris. I've never seen anyone get out of the square that fast.
But somehow she gets herself off. Look at Will Bales and Hypershock just trying to end this thing before it even starts.
Hypershock going into Berserker Barrage mode, trying to get the knockout right off the bat.
But somehow Valkyrie survived. She's got to get some distance here, Kenny.
Will knows she needs 9 seconds to get that blade up to speed, and if they do, watch out, it is lethal. Oh, this is not good. Remember, she can drive inverted, and that blade can still do damage on top.
But that ain't any good. She's in trouble. Oh, no, we got sparks on the rails in the corner. The pulverizer's trying to get into action. And it's taking out Will Bales and Hypershock with that hammer.
Well, I gotta say, the driving skills of Will Bales, they are back. Oh, he's going right back in for more hits.
All right, Valkyrie got away from Will Bales and Hypershock, but it looks like Valkyrie's having trouble getting its drive on.
Will Bales stalking his prey. Oh, he's going in for one last hit.
Oh! And the pulverizer's getting in on the party, Kenny.
Oh, now he's been caught between the wall and Valkyrie's spinner. Oh, I think that was a little too much aggression from Hypershock. I think they should have just let them stay there. Oh, I think that was a wheel from Hypershock that just got torn to shreds.
Uh-oh, Hypershock's starting to smoke a little bit, Kenny, but Valkyrie isn't moving at all.
They're going to get counted out soon.
I don't see any movement, driver. I'm going to have to count you down in about 3 seconds.
Is he going to go in for another shot?
He already pushed his luck on that last time.
10, 9.
They're getting counted down, Kenny.
6.
Fred Moore doing everything he can to resuscitate the bot, but it's not going to work.
1, that's a knockout. What a good match.
What an impressive victory and performance from Will Bales. Kenny, not much of a feeling out period in this one.
Yeah, this hit really set the tone right off the bat. I mean, it was precise, it was aggressive, and it was brutal. Classic Will Bales and Hypershock right here.
And how about that? It was right in front of the judges for them to see, and he just didn't stop.
That's right, and that's what he needed to do. He could not let Valkyrie get going with that blade. He knew that. He was attacking from the side. He was attacking at the proper angles, and he stayed right on Valkyrie the whole fight.
I think we forgot, because of last season's disappointment, how good a driver Will Bales actually is.
He really is very technical with his driving skills. I thought he got a little bit too emotional. I didn't think he needed to hit them at the end. He almost got knocked out himself. That also would have been classic Will Bales. Got a little too aggressive there and almost paid because of it. All right, I'm here with the hard-hitting Will Bales from Team Hypershock, man. You did it, you gotta win!
Yeah, why did I keep hitting him?
I was wondering the same thing. Well, first of all, listen, the first hit was fantastic. The one at the end there, you didn't really have to do. Why'd you do it?
I don't know. I guess I'm a glutton for punishment.
Typically, I think we'd see more emotion out of you. You seem pretty reserved.
Well, sleep exhaustion will do that to you. Mostly, I'm just blown away that I got everybody here and our robot worked. And now we have to go fix it because it's broken. But it's BattleBots. This is what we do.
You used "worked" in quotes, but you did suck less, so that's good.
We did suck less, quantifiably. You're welcome.
Congrats, man. Well done, dude.
Thank you very much.
All right, I'm here with Leanne Cushing from Team Valkyrie. First of all, amazing fight. What happened out there?
We knew they could get across the box really quickly, and it was definitely a little bit faster than we were expecting.
I know sometimes you guys have a tendency of being a slow starter. You guys pick up steam over the season. I imagine you guys will do that. A great job.
That's the hope. It's more just making sure that we can keep our clutch system, because we learned last season if we don't have it, then we're in trouble.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, mission accomplished, at least so far, for Will Bales. That's the Will we all know and love.
That's why he's so popular, and that's why he's so exciting. They just bring an energy every time they come to the battle box, both literally and figuratively, just always brings excitement.
Well, you know, with Valkyrie, there are a lot of people that expect that bot to do very well, and obviously it's very early in the season. But we just saw a game plan on how to defeat that bot, didn't we?
Absolutely. Listen, styles make fights. I thought that was a good matchup for Hypershock, but I imagine Valkyrie is going to be back much better.
Will Bales?
You sucked less.
There you go. Congratulations. It's over. All right, up next, it's time for old school versus new school. Blacksmith against Quantum, the bot everybody can't wait to see. And after that, the wait is finally over for Tombstone and Lockjaw. Let's take a closer look at tonight's main event.
Donald Hudson has done it.
Tombstone!
Donald and I have been friends for a long time. It's great to have an old rivalry like this, so this is a super important match.
The last time I tangled with Ray Billings was literally a decade ago. And, you know, I came out on top on that one.
Donald's a really good driver, and he's a really good builder. So I'd like my opportunity at revenge. I'd like to come out on top this time.
I hope to exploit that, you know, he has a weakness. A lot of horizontal spinners, they're easily airborne. And it just takes a couple special shapes and angles and tactics, and off they go. My driving strategy is keep the armor shield pointed at him and divert the horizontal weapon energy upwards. The goal is to get him off kilter and move in for the kill. That is clearly my plan.
I don't have a whole lot of subtlety to my strategy. I'm using the longest weapon bar against Lockjaw. It's got a big square tooth on the edge. And so I'm gonna spin up. I'm gonna chase him down and start whacking on him. I'm gonna hit him as hard as I can, that's for sure.
That's all coming your way on BattleBots Fight Night. All right, Kenny, we are back on BattleBots Fight Night. Blacksmith and Quantum are getting loaded into the box. But first, Jenny's in the pits with Will Bales after that huge win.
Everyone has been talking about this matchup, and this is huge for you. I mean, to go in and get the win, what kind of confidence do you have, and what's your immediate reaction?
We knew we could, but when you're testing things and trying to get the failsafe to work in the box minutes before you're supposed to go in,
I feel like
and
you
no
do
armors
that
on
sometimes.
It's kind of par for the course now.
But that's a big deal to go in and get the win. I mean, where can that win take you in BattleBots?
Well, I don't think it's a surprise that last season didn't go exactly according to plan. So we're hoping that this kind of shows that we're here for real, we mean business, and we've got a real contender.
And why? Why is this the bot that's going to keep you going? Why are you a contender now?
If it keeps working, we've got the speed, we've got the weapon, apparently we have the armor, and I think we can take on serious robots.
I'm so happy for you. Now you can take it in for a second. Aw.
Oh man, this has been a bitch of a season. God. You know, you do this after work.
Yeah.
You do it instead of going hanging out with friends. You do it instead of family. You do it instead of going on vacations.
Yeah.
And you do it. You spend all your money. You spend all your friends' money. You go out and find some other people's money. You spend that, thanks to all our sponsors. But it's all because we're obsessed with doing all this stuff. You get here and you slave away up until the very last moment, and then it finally, just for a glimpse, pays off.
For 3 minutes.
And now we're gonna go break it again. So it's all part of the fun.
We're happy for you.
Thanks.
Congrats.
That's what it's all about, Jenny. Not surprised Will's so emotional after that first win. Okay, Kenny, Quantum and Blacksmith are getting ready to square off. And you know when you walk around the pits and all the builders are talking about one of the new bots in town? That's the deal with Quantum. We've got Grant Cooper, his brother James. They've been in BattleBots before, but not with this configuration. This is a nasty crusher. It looks straight out of a Terminator movie. And it's taken on a veteran in Al Kindle. He's been in the fight game for 2 decades. Now, he admitted to us he's been a little frustrated because he's had 2 total wins in the last 2 seasons combined. But I will tell you this about Blacksmith, my man. You always put on a show.
That he does, and this is a very interesting matchup. You look at Quantum, and this is one sexy bot. Can I say that?
You can, go ahead.
It's a beautiful bot. The head is a computer-generated design optimized to do maximum damage, and that crusher is not just for show. It's packing 22 tons of force, and the tooth at the end is meant to bite into any armor. With that said, I think Blacksmith matches up well here. They've proven their durability through fight after fight, and their hammer could do a lot of damage to the unprotected top of Quantum. Not to mention their fire that could get inside, but a gas reservoir is the first thing I'd attack if I'm Quantum.
Let's take you inside the box of Farouk.
The red square. This bot's like a mob boss. It'll smash you in the capacious. He's no good fella, so you better not flip, because he will never, ever forget about it. Here to amuse you is Blacksmith.
All right, Kenny, what is the strategy tonight?
Well, they want to get their forks underneath the wedge of Quantum. They've also added some armor themselves to the top of their bot, of course, because of that crushing power from Quantum.
And the blue square. This bot's crusher is scarier than Dracula. Its name is half the title of a show with Scott Bakula. I know these rhymes were elite, but you know you want them. It's Quantum!
Kenny, that thing looks awesome.
It's going to use that single tooth blade to attack the left side of Blacksmith. They know that's where Blacksmith's fuel is.
The strategy against Quantum is pretty simple. It's going to be don't get bit by them. We do have a heavy top armor package that we're finishing up right now. We're going to use that. We don't think they can penetrate it. We're uncertain if they can crush it, though, so we're going to hope for the best.
We are a bit worried about the hammer because we don't have the top armor to protect like the electronics, the hydraulics.
We just need one unlucky hit, and it could be game over. So we need to be fairly careful, but I think tactic is just get right in there real quick to really beat him up.
Robots activate.
Oh, yeah, that flaming hammer's on fire already. Welcome back to the party, Al. And welcome to the party for the first time ever, Quantum. Positioning, already has that flaming hammer working, but oh! Don't get caught in the tooth of Quantum, and he is! Oh, look at that! Quantum's already got a hold of Blacksmith, Kenny!
Well, not only that, but I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. Quantum's tooth has already cut through Blacksmith. I've never seen anything like this, Chris.
Now remember, you can only hold another bot for 30 seconds, but Quantum's already pulling up, shaking Blacksmith like a dog with a chew toy. And something is smoking. Is that inside of Quantum?
I can't quite tell. It just might be.
Look at Blacksmith. He's like flailing around, like in one of those wrestling holds. Let me go! Let me go!
I can't tell if it's the batteries of Quantum or the rubber of the tires of Quantum. There's not a whole lot of smoke right now. Oh, look at this!
Oh, no! Blacksmith gets grinded on the bum!
Quantum has to let go of Blacksmith now, Chris.
You gotta let him go. But look at that jaw, Quantum, tossing Blacksmith against the screws.
Come on, man.
There it is. Blacksmith's finally free.
Let's keep an eye on Quantum and that tooth trying to attack the backside of Blacksmith. Oh, look at the flame getting inside of Quantum.
Oh, it's another big bite here from Quantum. Same spot, it seems. And there's a fire inside of Blacksmith. It attacked that fuel spot, I believe.
Kenny, there's also a fire outside of Blacksmith.
Yes.
But that one's supposed to be there. Oh, look at this. Oh, is it a Winter Olympic year? Let's see a triple sow cow.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him over to it.
Yeah, Quantum has been taking Blacksmith on a nice tour of the battle box, but Blacksmith's here to fight.
Look at this, one more look. And not only that, he's doing quite the paint job with the Olympic rings inside the box. And let's remember, Quantum can only hold on to Blacksmith for 30 seconds, but let's see if that tooth that's impaled in there can actually release Blacksmith.
Yeah, that's been a problem. Quantum almost too strong for its own good.
Do what you can to release.
We can't let him. Blacksmith is up in flames right now internally.
How are we going to get out of there?
He's in us.
Put your controllers down, please.
Kenny, they are stopping the fight. Quantum and Blacksmith, they're still stuck together. I've never seen anything like this. Chaos reigns in the battle box, and we'll be back right after this. Welcome back to BattleBots. We're starting to untangle the confusion. We just got word that Alkindle and Blacksmith could not be safely separated from Quantum. That means this now goes to the judges for a ruling. And there's a lot going on here because what we saw was Quantum twice just dig into Blacksmith. I don't know if because they couldn't pull that tooth out that the judges are going to look at that and say, well, that weapon doesn't do exactly what it's supposed to, which is let go.
Right, well, let's take a look at the replay here, Chris. There's Quantum attacking from the side. That's exactly what he wanted to do, and he punctured down with that 22 tons of force and cutting through it like a hot knife through butter, Chris.
This is something that we have not seen from bots over the years. Sure, they've held on to their opponents, but actually dig through to the point where they can't even dig their own weapon out?
That's so impressive, but I don't know what to make of this, Chris. The rules say you have to let go, and Quantum made every attempt to do that. They just couldn't. This is when I'm glad I'm not a judge.
Okay, looks like they've sorted it out, so let's go to Farouk to announce the winner.
The results from the judges are in. We have a unanimous decision. And the winner is Quantum!
All right, I'm here with your winners from Team Quantum. The good news is your bot works. It can puncture the top armor. The bad news is your bot works. It can puncture the top armor. What happened there?
That's great news. It's a problem for the opponents. If you put thick armor on top and we pierce through it, you're not going to come off, so you got to... That's up to those guys there. It's their problem to deal with our attack.
Well, guys, a great start to the season. Congratulations.
Kenny, smile at me. I want to make sure you have more than one tooth in there, because if it's just one, I'm turning around the other direction. That Quantum is a beast.
It is an absolute beast. If you're back there in the pits watching those fights, you are very nervous right now.
I mean, what do you do? I mean, he put in extra armor on top and still just, whoop, just cut right through.
And that ended up becoming his downfall because it actually hooked, and that's why the tooth couldn't come back out. So that is what I call a dilemma, my friend.
Tough go again for Blacksmith and Alkindle, huh?
It was. He's been a part of so many great fights, but again, always coming out the losing end. I want to see this guy get a win, be in a great fight, but also get the win. I think we're going to see a stronger Alkindle next time around, though.
And by the way, I've learned one thing during that fight. If I lose my can opener in the house, I'm calling those dudes from Quantum. It's that simple. All right, only one more fight to go. Everyone is gearing up for the main event, including Jenny Taft over in the pits.
Thanks, guys. Tonight, I'm getting quite the crash course into the world of combat robots and these incredible builders. And I've been dying to spend some more time with the baddest bot of them all.
We got serious sparks inside the battle box.
Ray Billings won the Giant Nut in 2016. His deadly horizontal spinner is universally known as the most destructive weapon in BattleBots history. And in the pits, everyone talks about Tombstone. Ray, your name is brought up all the time, and Tombstone. Everyone knows about your bot. How does it feel to be back in the pits, just being the guy a lot of people talk about?
The robot's been #1 ranked robot for the last 3 seasons.
Yes.
So if you're serious about coming here and winning, you're serious about going home with a giant nut,
you have to assume you're going to have to go through me to get them.
I love this sport.
Everybody in here will have a Tombstone strategy or part or something. Because if you don't, you know, your robot's going to leave in a trash bag. So these are the best friends I have in the world until the arena doors close. And then at that point in time, their robot is going to die.
That's why we're here.
They feel the same.
Ray is a veteran of the sport, so while every builder may have a strategy to use against him, I learned that he too comes prepared to change up his plan based on his opponent. Let's talk weapons.
So the weapons on here, we brought a bunch. So we've got 6 that are mounted on bars and then 2 extra that we can mount on some of the hubs. So we have a pretty good selection.
Is this the most you've ever had?
Yes. We'll pick a different one depending upon who we're fighting. Okay, so if you notice the one that's on the robot right now is sort of bladed down to an edge.
Yep.
Okay, so it's actually kind of sharp. So it's sharp enough that...
Yeah, it is.
So what that would be for is I'm fighting somebody that's got sloped armor on the front, wedge of some sort. I don't want to glance off. I want to dig in to make sure the whole point is to deliver my energy destructively into them. The sharper one can cut into even hardened armor, and I can impart the energy to them. But against other opponents, that's the wrong choice. The aluminum bar with the big steel teeth on the end at top speed is about 106 kilojoules. Put that into numbers that most people can understand.
Yes.
That's about 50 times the power of an AK-47 round.
What? 50 times?
It's an obscene amount of power. The power that's being... If you've never watched it live, it's
just
really
the
hard to...
size alone, just being here, it's just not even, it doesn't do justice.
Okay. All right, so that's how much the wheels weigh.
Got it.
If I use that bar, I can peel that off another robot, and I can send it at your head at a couple 100 miles an hour. The arena's stout. It's the safest arena there is. That's not going to stop you from freaking when you've got an 8-pound wheel coming at you at a couple 100 miles an hour.
Standing next to Tombstone in the pit is pretty intimidating. But outside at the test box is a whole different story.
That's the button.
You want me to turn it on?
Go ahead. Go ahead. One more time.
Here?
That's right.
Ah!
Nobody.
I've done that?
Me.
Yes!
The weapon on.
Thank you!
Okay.
Really, Ray? It's crazy.
What's crazy is that you're standing this close to that much.
I know! It's a little scary.
Yeah. If you're not building a robot that scares the out of you, you're
Wild.
not building a good combat.
All right, that's a good answer. Tombstone looks ready for battle, and up next, it's the fight we have all been waiting for. Tombstone and Lockjaw. These two monsters will finally face off for the first time in 10 years. It's all coming your way on BattleBots Fight Night.
Don't get caught in the tooth of quantum in the end. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, apparently the new generation of crushers actually work.
Oh, no.
Quantum is an amazing machine. We had no idea it would actually be able to get through our steel top armor, but it went through like butter.
We've tried getting that out with a hydraulic press and we can't get the thing out. Yeah, we need to cut it out.
You can see right here where Quantum's tooth went right through the controller, so that's a problem. But on the plus side, that's an easy swap out.
It's down to the teams now to go, okay, what armor choices have we got to make it so we've still got a chance to fight them?
We got some work to do to get ready for our next fight.
All right. Let's go to dinner first.
Sounds good.
All right, we are back on BattleBots and Kenny Florian. It is time right now for the one we've all been waiting for, the main event as Tombstone and Ray Billings back in the box against Donald Hudson and Lockjaw. And let's start with Ray Billings. In 2018, he started out perfect, 4-0 with 4 knockouts. And then in the round of 16, bam! He was upset by Bombshell. Now he's looking to rebound and prove he's still the baddest bot on the planet.
Listen, the Fight Night format is especially tough for a bot that hits as hard as Tombstone. Every massive hit he dishes out also does damage to himself. This time around, he's got 3 full frames and more spare parts, but I'm interested to see if he's gonna change his strategy inside the box this year.
Of course, Ray Billings won the Giant Nut a few seasons ago, but Donald Hudson's like, yeah, call me when you get 6 of those bad boys. Last year, Lockjaw was the bot that started off slow, but got stronger and stronger with each and every fight. How's he gonna handle Tombstone and his first matchup?
Listen, there's never a good time to face Tombstone, but Donald Hudson is one of the few people here that is not intimidated by this fight at all. He's got that armor shield that he's used in the past, and he's got 2 decades of experience in the box. I wouldn't ever think of him as an underdog.
You ready for our main event?
Oh my God, 2 legends, let's do this.
Farouk, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main event.
The man, the myth, the legend, Ray Billings and Tombstone. Danny, I don't care how many times we see Tombstone up close, that thing still gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Absolutely. He may not be the reigning champ, but this is unquestionably the scariest bot in the field. That thing is no frills, no nonsense, just 250 pounds of pure destruction.
Donald Hudson, so consistent and also one of the best drivers in the field.
That's right, and if you look at his overall performance against Ray Billings over the many years that they've been competing, it's Donald Hudson who has the winning record.
In the red square, this bot's been here so many times, I'm running out of rhymes. But my beard looks good. It's Tombstone!
Kenny, when you're Ray Billings and Tombstone, first thing you got to decide, which weapon do you use?
Well, it's clear he wants reach. He went with his longest blade, and he's going to use that blade to try to attack either the weapon of Lockjaw or those wheels.
In the blue square, this bot's so scary, it has nightmares about itself. Don't look under the bed, or it will bite off your head. It's Lockjaw!
Kenny, my strategy against Tombstone would be gulp. What is Donald Hudson's?
Donald wants to use that shield on the back to deflect Tombstone's blade and send him flying in the air. That's easier said than done, but if anyone could do it, it's Donald Hudson.
Robots activate.
Here we go with our main event. 2 champions inside of 1 battle box. Ray Billings has waited all offseason to get back to work. Happy-go-lucky Donald Hudson ready to fire. Let the main event begin! There's a huge hit. Lockjaw's going right at him. He's not afraid of you, Ray.
This is exactly what Donald wants. Keep Tombstone in the air, keep attacking. So far, Donald Hudson trying to jam him up.
Whoa! Just took off the right side of Lockjaw's wheels in one fell swoop. That is going to be a knockout shot.
This one is going to be over.
The king of kinetic energy has done it again.
And now, oh no, don't do it to the day. He's throwing the tire around like a frisbee. be.
4, 3, 2, 1. That's a knockout.
Winner. Folks, if there was any question about it, Ray Billings is back. Kenny, how is Tombstone's weapon looking?
Oh my goodness. I mean, that thing is so scary. Lockjaw handled it well at the start of the fight, though. He used that shield exactly like he wanted to. Knocks Tombstone across the box with the first hit, sent him flying with the second hit, but he gave Tombstone just enough room to make an adjustment, and Ray Billings pulled off a classic move, showed Donald his backside here, just like a boxer sticking out his chin as bait, and then bam, swings around for the knockout. Chris, it really happens that fast.
I guess you could say after that hit, Donald Hudson needs to retire.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Ray Billings of Team Tombstone. You know, Ray, there's no bot in BattleBots that gives me the heebie-jeebies. When I hear Tombstone fire up, it gives me chills. Why is that? Why is this bot so scary?
If you're not building a robot that scares you, you don't have enough power in it, okay? So, yeah, it's a big hitter, obviously. So, you know, that was a tough bot, tough match, but we came out on top.
Well, that's the thing. Donald Hudson is known for durable bots. Are you surprised it went down this quickly?
Well, he's a great driver and a great builder, but it all comes down to just that right hit in the right way. I mean, you saw him get me airborne once. If he kept that up, I would have been in trouble. So it's just, you never know. It's always that one little hit the right way that causes issues. Once he lost his tires, it was done at that point.
I was just going to say, was that a part of the strategy going for the tires?
Yeah, absolutely. Exposed tires are my friend. I'm always going to go after them.
I know you brought everything. You brought new frames. This is a new robot. Are you going all the way this season?
Well, that's the plan. We came deep with parts this time, and so, yeah, I'm going home with another giant nut. That's what's happening.
I'm excited to see it, Ray. Congrats. Well done. Well done. I'm here with Donald Hudson, Team Lockjaw. You're an excellent bot builder, excellent driver. Known for your durability, what happened there?
Honestly, the impacts of those weapons were pretty serious. And even though I was getting hit a little bit, I had enough control. I probably should have done better. Ray's a great competitor, awesome robot. And, you know, put it back together, come back for him.
All right, looking forward to it, Donald. Thank you.
Kenny, that's Ray Billings doing Tombstone things. I mean, during the regular season, you're lucky to make it out alive after a minute.
We should get used to this by now. Tombstone by knockout. I mean, another impressive performance against another very tough bot as well. Unbelievable.
Of course, all these bots will be back, but what did we learn from these first fights? Kraken talked a big game and backed it up. Death Roll pulled off a huge comeback win. And Hypershock came out guns a-blazing. Jenny, what'd you see back there in the pits?
Well, guys, when Cobalt ripped Subzero apart, you could have heard a pin drop back here. That bot has everybody scared. No one is putting their hand up to fight Cobalt next, that's for sure.
Jenny, that doesn't surprise me. I didn't know what to expect from Cobalt. So for me, that was probably the second most impressive performance. But for my favorite bot tonight, I'm going with La Flama Verde, Jameson Go, and Sawblaze. We expected big things from him this year, and he came out of the gate and really delivered. The way he dominated Rotator start to finish was textbook, and Jameson is well on his way to being known as one of the new top dogs here at BattleBots.
I can tell you this, it's going to be a fun season, partner.
Yes, it is.
So for Jenny Taft and Farouk and my man Kenny Florian, I'm Chris Rose. We'll see you next week on BattleBots.